Hello, everyone, and welcome to An Evening Wit, W-I-T, Heidi, the multi-variety show that brings news, world events, creativity, self-made original designs. That's right, DEZIGANS. Her own slogans, class hop, Miss Class, class in session. And it's a little early today, but I wanted to get over with because I have some things to do tomorrow. So might want to call it a day with Heidi. So it's kind of early. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about a few things. It's going to be a little short. I'm not going to be with you all long. So you guys... welcome and enjoy the show. That's right. So you guys, I'm starting my flower picking and I've already started it. And and I'm going to do a little beauty fashion too as well. So yeah, this is my little self-made beauty tonic. Anybody could do it. My husband picked me up. Well, he didn't pick me. He got me a bunch of dark purple flowers. So these are some here. I don't want to spill them. And there is a fuchsia, purple, yellow. Let's see what's at the bottom. I'm spilling them all over the place already. So yeah, these are them here. Yep, they're falling out already. Falling all over the place. I'm going to juice them. And what's that else? I've been starting to notice stuff. And you guys, I have this little barrette. It's like a little rope. And this is a black bow. And this is blue. Little pin. And my hair is growing back. I got a little wax in it, and when I touch it, it gets on my hand. And I am banging my little Bengali Indian bracelets. Quite a few today. Don't have my nails done. They're a little short. These are my wooden black earrings. And I am sporting my lounging gown. This is new. Bought this. This is new. And it's actually short. I thought it would be longer on me. It does come close to my thighs or whatever. So if I wear it outside, I should, cover myself or wear some shorts under it. It could go for some shorts under it. But I wouldn't wear it out because it has pockets. And I don't know why they make the pockets with them, but it's really an outwear. And this is a lounging negligee gown. Excuse me, you guys. And it is something that you wear when it's really, really hot, Excuse me, you guys. So I brought the little top to put on it. And so let's hop right into this. I thought I'd do a little quick beauty fashion. Yeah, my hair is finally growing. If I just leave it alone and don't pick it, you'll see it'll be really out like this, really thick. It's really thick, and it's like about 11-inch when I leave it alone. I can just keep my hands. My wax sometimes itch, so I have my little pick, and this is not. Some people may call it a journal, but it's called and it has a little string to go with it. I was somewhere and it was really cold, and then I went outside, it was cold, so I got a little congestion. Or it could be just from my acid reflux. A lot of stuff is breaking up because I had to take some antibiotics because I had a urinary, but they wasn't able to see it, but I know the symptoms. And this is called Make Your Dreams Happen. This is a really nice book. It's empty. You can put your notes in it. I put a lot of my scripts in it, and this is one of the pens that I use for it. But and this is a dark chocolate, and I added my melon with it because it was like really dark. And I do like it dark. I don't want it too dark where it looks almost like vampire-ish or whatever. I noticed that a few times. But when I'm doing my Bob Marley, it kind of comes off. So as you can see, as I put it on now, it gets a little dark. So I use the melon to kind of tone it out. The little deep peach melon. So, yeah. So, anyway, I had something on my mind I wanted to talk about, you guys. So I was watching these village shows. You know, I really been into the village shows, and this is not to come down or get down on the village women. Some of them, yes, some of them, no. Some of them were just brought up under the curse of Ishmael. Some of these village places in other countries, I won't say which one. But I've been watching them, and I noticed that a lot of the women that give birth in these mountains and stuff like that, they don't really, have homes to take the baby to. They take the babies to these out open areas, and I know a lot of them do shows like I mentioned before, and then they end up going back to their homes or whatever. And then there's one I mentioned before. I don't even watch that one. I don't even want to give him a support because they get money off of it, and he doesn't give his wife a dime. I seen one person, they did give their wife a card, and I think he may have had two wives. I'm not sure because a lot of them could have more than one wife. I could be wrong. It could have been a sister or mother, but it were two together. But I noticed excuse me, you guys. I noticed that this guy still haven't built a stable home for his wife or his children. He goes from pillar to post. He caught himself trying to fix one up with a little pathway. It's all open. So what are they going to do in the wintertime when it gets freezing cold? I just don't understand it. And this woman, she wants to break free. She wants to break loose. She's not happy. It's a lot of them that aren't happy that want to break free because their livelihood and their children's livelihood is just at risk, as far as weather, as far as detrimental serpents and things like that can happen to a lot of them. A lot of them probably do show the village life, how you survive, because, they probably say to us, oh, y'all say this and say that, but y'all don't have survival skills, which is true. But, are you living there, or are you just doing this to get, the YouTube money to show survival skills? And okay, that's cool. You're showing something and you're getting YouTube money. That you're getting more views and stuff. That's cool. But I'm talking about the ones that it's more of a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? These men can't properly provide for their wives, you know what I'm saying? Or wife or whatever. Now, this one, like I said, this older man I was watching earlier. I don't know if it was last night or today. I can't remember. It was just early this morning. I'm not sure. Y'all know my brain come and go. But he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. He bought his kids ice cream. He bought, I don't know if it was both his wives, I'm not sure, but he let them get jewelry. A lot of them don't buy their wives much, maybe a scarf or whatever. It's a special occasion. They mostly control everything, but he let her have the card. He was a much older guy, and one was young, one was old. So a lot of times they do get the younger wives. When their wife get older and can't do certain things, they'll add another one on. I'm not sure if that was the case, and there was one he left behind, and they had an open cave. They had no door or anything. And the children be dressed nice, and what really sparks me is that the children as well as the adults wear princesses dress, like prom dresses, princess dresses, very fashionable glitter. This one lady went in labor, and she had the dress was cold. It was a cold dress. I would wear that. It was more like my style. So, but when you're doing all that work and stuff like that, why would you work in all that? I mentioned that before. Why would you work in all that fancy stuff in mud and dirt? Now, this one family, they're making a whole big palace. Like, they got some construction skills, And as I was saying, you guys see my little glitter beret. they have some skills, you know what I'm saying? And they seen the lady has one son, he has a disability, and there was another group that had a young man that was a disability. So a lot of them, they're pretty cool people. They just lost. They need the Lord. But my thing is, why get married? If you can't able to provide for your family, why get married? It's not that serious. Stay single. Don't get married till you're able to put your wife in a stable home. Don't. And this is the part that irks me, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But back to this old man. So he goes and leaves the cave. He gets up. One lady stays behind. She's a much younger young lady. Looks like a student. Some of them probably are going to school or whatever, going back and forth. I never see the children go to school, but maybe they are doing homeschool. Who knows? But they drive so far, it's like really hard to escape even if they wanted to. So this was really crazy what I saw today. It's not funny, but so this older guy, he goes to visit some family people or their friends or whatever. They go buy fruit, and it's crazy because you go to the city stores, you buy all these fancy things just to go back to a cave. I can't understand it for the life of me. And y'all have no makeup on today. I'm only banging eyeliner and this lipstick. Got my hair did and earrings, and I just have cream on, skincare cream. I'm banging my eyeliner, hope it ain't dragging. I'll be trying to keep it from dragging, y'all. I try to keep it from dragging, keep it from getting in the corner of my eye, because I know sometimes it'll be in the corner of my eye. Close this window, son. 1 minute it's hot, and then the next minute it's cold. We got some strange weather here in Michigan. 1 minute it feels like 100 degrees, and the next minute it drops down to 100. So this old man goes shopping and he's buying things. So now the people in the village, the people in the city, a couple of them knew him. So I was like, well, so he had his little card or whatever, Guess he had got his YouTube money. I'm gathering it's got to be YouTube money, because ain't no way you got no income and you got your family living in a cave with no doors. So, they know that you can get paid through YouTube now, so, which is a smart hustle. So one of the guys, while he was shopping in the store, when he made it to the city, he refused to take his car because apparently they knew him, and he was an older guy, and they probably saw he had a wife and kids, and maybe 2 wives, whatever. And it looked like, I'm not sure if he was the one that met up with some family members or some people, I'm not sure. But the guy and the young guy in the store said, no charge. So he insisted, and they said, no. So y'all ain't gonna believe what I'm supposed to tell y'all. This what happened was like crazy. Oh, what happened here? Oh, notification. I don't like that. So this is hilarious what I'm supposed to tell y'all. This guy, I got my stuff all the way up here like this. Some of my hair is coming apart. So they told him, they was like, well, no, we don't want to charge you. So he said, no, I want to pay, because he didn't want to look like a charity case. But this is crazy, y'all. I have to do my Bob Marley away from the phone because my husband see my shows and I'm doing my Bob Marley. He get upset. He don't want me doing it. He says I'm painting the wrong image. But a lot of us don't think like that. But I left my ring downstairs too. I had a nice ring I was wearing. I think I washed my hand. I might have took it off in the bathroom when I went to go wash my hands. I had to put my little bad kittens up because they want to interrupt my show. So I'm gonna see if it's in here. here. They being quiet because they're together, but they by themselves, they be crying like, especially the other one be like, you good, me, you with me? Oh, here it is. So it is up here in my second. I'm in my second house, you guys, so I like to change up the vibrations and the atmosphere every now and then, you know what I'm saying? This ring is really pretty when your nails are done. So, yeah, this is it right here. It's like a little crown. It's not real, it's just costume jewelry. Yeah. Just casual today. I'm not sure if there's a little more wax right there. But anyway, I gotta do my bottom line on that cut. So the guy told him, he says, no, he says, you don't have to give me the money in this village in this other country. And they're in the city part of the country. So he says, no, don't worry about it. He knew he was an older guy, you know. Usually the younger guys, they won't do that. But by him being an elder, they was like, apparently they knew him and they knew he was living in an open cave. So they probably knew he came in contact with some kind of funds. So they're probably living out there with just eating the best way that they can. But since this YouTube is the big hustle now, apparently he came and he got, you know, whoever takes the films, apparently a relative. So they either give them a cut of it, 50-50, or they give them 70% and they keep 30, or they give it all to them. It could be a family member that's already got their thing together, you know what I'm saying? And they just want to look out for their family member or something like that, and they just give it all to them. I don't know their business. But I'm getting some hair or something out here. So this is the part that got me. So, and somebody might say, oh, you know, that's right, it's right. You know, everybody gonna have their own thing about what they feel, their own, what they agree, they disagree, you know, and it's okay, that's not a problem. Because I don't expect nobody to agree with me, you know, I don't expect I don't expect others to feel that I should agree with them. But sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And vice versa. So he says, no, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay for all these items, you know, for the things he was getting. It was quite a few things, you know, in the store. Fruits and vegetables and, you know, gifts and stuff. He said, no, I can't take it. So you guys, he said, yes. So he was like, he got the machine saying, do it. The guy says, no, I don't want to charge you. Do you know this old man? Oh my gosh, y'all ain't gonna believe what this old man did. This old elder dude looked like he about in his 70s. And he might be young, but he looks 70. Probably hard life, you know, it makes you look older. Just like when you live a fast life, it catches up with you later physically. I'm going through that. Live too fast, do things you shouldn't do. Hey, catch up with you. You can try to reverse it. All you can do is try to reverse it and pray and detox and just do the best you can, try to reverse it. But he said, no, I want to pay. He said, no, I'm not going to charge you. No. So this old man, I'm not going to be here long, y'all, because I got to get up early. I hate getting up early. I hate it with a passion. I want to get up when I really have to. It's important. So he strong arms the store guy that, you know, was a middle-aged young, I wouldn't say middle, more like in his 40s or something like that. He strong armed him and twisted his arm up and demanded that he take the card. Took his arm and tilted his arm and bent it like that and said, you take it. He told him, he was like, I had to go get my teeth redid, y'all, because the last dentist and the last dentist didn't know what he was doing, messed my gums up and made my gums stay puffed up. He didn't see I had a stain, and I found my original dentist that I thought was gone, and he said I gotta get a filling. So he don't have an eye worth a penny, but he's a great extraction guy. But all that cleaning, he ain't got no eye. His machine, his x-rays is cheap. Anyway, I'm switching lanes without no signals. So now that I feel good, a pretty and I could eat. Yeah, and then I had a beautiful hygienist, young black girl, good, gifted. I said, "Oh, you're a wonderful hygienist. I guess she's gonna be a doctor." I'm gonna encourage her when I see her again. Like, you're gonna be a doctor, baby. Do it. You're good. Cause she flattened my lump that was keeping me from eating in the area that was burning, and I had ripped my gums. They were healing, and she got all in the itchy part. I was like, "It's something there." She said, "You just have stains. You don't have a lot of plaque and gingivitis." I said, "Well, it's got to be a little bit over there in that corner up in the side. You just got to look and see." And then she started scraping, and man, my eye was going in the back of my head like this. I was like, "Oh yeah, hit that spot right there on the side. Oh yeah, right there, right." And she stopped. I said, "Go back again." I said, "Oh yeah, right there." All right, because I can feel it aching. It was in the front side, and if it wasn't a cavity, then it's probably plaque built up. And even if there could be some stains there that was aggravating, but. And she was scrubbing it and scraping it, and she wasn't doing it real hard. She was just like grinding it. It was warm, and she was sliding, and it's like slide. Oh, I was like, yes, that's the spot. Yeah, get in there, baby, get in there. And now she gave me a glow. I'm gonna encourage. And she gave me 2 toothbrushes. Young black girl, very young, gifted. I thought she was the door girl. I was like, I thought you was just opening the door. I said, "Oh, I'm scared of you." I said, "Go ahead on, baby, do your thing, But so he strong-armed the storeman and told him, "You take the card. You take the card." I was like, "Heck no, baby, honey, child. Honey, baby." He made him take that card. They was almost fighting. He was like, "No, I don't want it. I don't want it. He was gonna give him everything for free." He said no, because he didn't want to feel like a charity case, and he had pride. So he went to another store. Some people that didn't know him, they were charging him. They didn't care. His wife gave him them a card. Usually they don't give their wives card, but by him being an older person, and he was just so happy about all that money. He was like, just gave her the card. He was just happy to please his family. He wasn't going with the normal restrictions that a lot of the young ones won't get their wives, nothing, A lot of times when they get older like that, they stop caring just, because they know they really need those women. So they go ahead and just let them get what they want. He was buying them jewelry. And I rarely see the younger guys buying their wives jewelry, getting what they want. Like, get you some rings. And one was getting a ring. I'm like, one getting a ring. So I don't know if it was a sister or what. But he may have had 2 wives there. I don't know. But she came out of nowhere. I didn't see her at first, but she probably living there too. And so they went to another store, and the guy says, no charge. He said, you're going to take this card. And then he was checking to make sure he charged him the right amount. Like, because the other guy probably didn't charge him that much. He probably said, okay. It could have been something like maybe $25. In their country, that's a lot. And then he probably didn't charge him no more than $5. Like, I'm just going to charge him $5. You know what I'm saying? And and if he didn't check the prices, he don't really know. He'll be thinking, "Oh, all this stuff was $5. The other guy, I don't know if because he was watching what he was doing, checking the amounts and making sure he ain't trying to pull nothing, And I don't know if the guy charged him less now, but he didn't feel good about doing it. And then the ones that charged him didn't know him. But my thing with that is, I understand him having pride and not want to be a charity case, and you want to feel like you're important, around. This is my son here. Hold on, you guys. Hey, Charles, I'm doing my talk show. What's going on?
The doctor told me I got to have surgery.
Oh, okay. Let me call you back. I'm doing my talk show. Okay. So, yeah, that's my son calling me. Sorry about that, y'all. Interruption. I knew I was going to get an interruption. My husband told me to start turning my phone off. So, anyway, so my thing with that is, okay, I understand you have pride. Then he took his kids to the festival. I don't even think nobody was there. He was just trying to push it himself. If they're not there, they can't work the machine. So he just told them to get all in there. And he was just pushing it back and forth. And he's like, he really wanted to see his family happy. He seemed like a person that if he had money and he had a place, he would do it. But my thing is, why get married and send your people through that? Because it's the right thing to do, because you're supposed to be married. So we're just going to get married and suffer. And not only did you, and if you have one wife, and then why would you pick 2? And I'm not saying he had to. It looked like he had 2. The lady was getting her something too. It just could have been a family member that he just was looking out for or something. I don't know. But the problem I have with that is, okay, and it doesn't matter what age you are, if someone tells you, okay, they're going to give you something free. Now, I understand about the pride and all that, and he had a lot of pride. He had a lot of pride. I seen him, before I'm going to say what I'm going to say, he was in one of those it was a cab truck, and most of those trucks, they look just like, they're all the same color. But if it has a sign on it, like saying pay this amount of money, it's usually a truck cab. So I never saw him in it. And, I don't know if he was renting the truck or something, but I'm just not sure. He could have been, I could be wrong. But it looked like he got in it and drove it and took it somewhere else and then came back and walked. And the actual cab driver probably got in it and drove. He probably paid him, saying, hey, I'll give you a couple dollars to just let me drive it and park it, just to make people think that he had a vehicle. I could be wrong. But whether that be true or not, my thing is, if someone is offering you, and another thing I don't understand either, let me say what I'm going to say. If someone is offering you something for free, and you're living in a cave with your wife or wives with children, small children, and you have a young man, the boy, I don't know if that was his grandchild or what, but he looked too old to be his daddy. But I ain't seen no other man around. And I seen somebody pull up, because when they went to go sit and wait. And somebody pulled up like a cab. So I don't think it was his vehicle. I think he just wanted to make people think he had a vehicle. So my thing is, if you wanted to pretend to have a vehicle, matter of fact, somebody did pick him up. So it wasn't his vehicle. If you want to get in the cab just the front, then why not let them give you free things? Because my thing is, he should have been saving every red cent he got to get a van, a trailer, or something. I don't care if everybody out there, unless in that particular country, you can't have no trailer. We're going to get a trailer. We're gonna get a trailer home with about 3 bedrooms in that piece. And get it with the wheels on it. Because he can drive to other parts of that. Because the mountains, I think the mountains are free. I don't think none of them people own none of that. So it's all free land. And then maybe have enough money to buy some land or whatever. And then put a fence around it, grow some food, put flowers. And then you can have the money to have a little log cabin and fix it up. Guys know I talk a lot about log cabins. So and then make it look nice, and have the trailer at the same time. This way, when your kids get older, they have a nice little cabin, make it like a ranch, If you can't do it, find somebody to do that has skills, has construction skills, that's not going to charge you a lot. Get somebody that really knows how to do construction that's not with no company. And just pay them like, hey, you do this for me, look out for me. I'll help you, I'll look out for you. You know what I'm saying? You can give them a deposit what they need for the materials. So that way the kids won't have to go through what they're going through. And the kids can save up and get a vehicle, and they can go to the cities and work and then come back. And that way in the wintertime, they don't freeze. Because you're going to have to get some indoor off-grid plumbing, because ain't nothing electric out there. Ain't nowhere to hook up nothing. So it would have to be all off-grid power on the inside. Then they got all them animals floating around there, taking the milk from the animals, and trust and believe, baby, they need some meat. I seen some of them animals for food, and I was like, man, that stuff ain't healthy, man. That was not healthy. You know what I'm saying? And none of them know which one they're gonna have to go if they get hungry. Better go to the water and find some fish. And even though I don't like these particular type of animals or whatever, I still feel bad because they got babies and, then the milk is for their babies. It ain't for you to be drinking. You know what I'm saying? Come on, that's just sick. And they be giving it to their kids, drinking them, drink that old gross milk that's for their animals. The animals get that to their babies. Come on. And then they'll pour the milk for them, right? And then they'll have the animal come and they'll squeeze it for the baby. Because a lot of times the mother get tired of nursing. So they'll hold the mother and squeeze it and make sure they give it to the baby so that the baby have milk. Because I guess to look out for the other baby, have some milk. Basically, they forcing the milk to the baby because the mother don't want to get no more milk. So you let the animal put its mouth on it after you just finished squeezing it. So is you gonna wash it before you squeeze it again and put it in a pitcher before you give it to your family? Come on, man, that's gross. But my thing is, why aren't you saving to get a place in the city? And those places are kind of somewhat still country. They're not really city like in the cities here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they do got survival skills, but this old man is too old. He have all kind of back troubles laying on that floor all the time. And them caves look like they 10, 11, 12,000 years old, way back in Abraham time. I didn't understand it. I'm like, you got that much pride, you want to pretend like that's your truck, then save your money and get a truck. Save your money and get a trailer first. Get a trailer home with wheels. 3 bedrooms. Because the little boy was miserable. He looked like this was really his first time getting anything. His lips was dry. He looked like he'd been deprived. It's a very... Out here, you did something like that. The CPS, Child Protective Services, will be coming to take them kids with some of the stuff that I see those kids going through. Living outdoors is unfit for children or anyone. That's no more than living on the street. Ain't no cave gonna keep you warm. Cave freezing, bloody freezing cold. That ain't no vacation home. I can see you building a little cabin, hut or whatever, and that's like for the summer, you teaching your family how to survive, your children, survival skills, like a 2-month vacation or something, and then go back to the crib. Another thing that ticked me off real bad too. I see a lot of these men that marry these women, who a lot of them are miserable with. Women are miserable with them. They take their wives to their family, visit their family. Their daddy and their mama living good. It's not good like, it would be good like normal good here, but it's like, almost like 50% better. They're like little apartments, houses, duplexes, whatever they got. I seen one, he dropped one off. I think she was that's probably who it was, a family friend, probably wasn't even a second wife, I'm not sure. And went to a gated window and curtains. It was nice. It was really nice. I'm like, wow, why is he buying her anything and she living good like that? You need to save every penny you got. Don't be giving nobody nothing. And then the other guys too. I watched them too take their wives to these places. And the reason why the other women are happy is because they have kitchens, they have stoves, they have refrigerators, they have all of that. And these women are their sisters, their mother, their grandma, their aunt, their dad, their grandpa. And the sister, her husband is staying in one of the houses because she was pregnant. And that had to be, she's smiling, laughing all the time. I'm sure she was smiling and laughing. You're in a content situation. They may have lived like that at one time. And he got that YouTube money, baby, and set them up. So you set your family up, but you take your wife and your 2 kids to go live out in the mountains, outside, in a tent, or in a cave, or in a hut that has no roofing, has no proper doors. This one place is really nice, but they got the straws on it. They still gonna need glass. I'm like, take that YouTube money and go buy some glass. Go buy a door. And make sure you're not in no snake area. Because those snakes will go right through that straw. Oh, that just ticked me off when I saw that. And they'll never want to buy nothing for the wives. The old man was the only guy that I saw that he bought everybody ice cream. Seemed like he got a big heart. He's the first man I seen give one of the wives a card. That's why when they come here, they real modernize. And they learn how we are. Like, oh, no, we ain't having that. But my thing is, y'all don't like us. But yet you guys want to exercise our freedom, which is, I'm not saying that, justice for all, everybody should be free. But you come here to our spot to be free. And you want to be us, act like us, have the privileges of, they don't supposed to eat even certain things, like chocolate cake and things like that. I see in their countries, a lot of them do have cakes, bakeries and stuff, and they pick a lot of good stuff, and they just love watermelon. But, excuse me, you guys. I never see them buy any kind of drinks or anything. And this one guy buys 2 drinks. I'm like, who? And it's 4 or 5 people. I know you expect everybody to drink out the same bottle. And they'll drink out of the cup and pass it to the next person, and then they'll pour out some of it at the end of it. I guess they don't want the slob or whatever. But why in the world would you let everybody share the same cup? That's nasty. You're talking about cold sores and everything. Take that money and go buy a bunch of silver cups and some soap and water. And they're washing their hands, and I know that water ain't hot because they're not boiling it. And they want to boil tea all the time. All that tea ain't good for the kidneys. Giving the children tea like they grown. You guys are drinking tea, at least make some lemonade for the kids. Invest in buying lemons or grow a lemon tree. Sweeten it up, make it sweet for them, and let them have some lemonade. And they rarely drink water. That's why they be getting kidney stones, allegedly. You know, because, come on, man. You ain't drinking enough water. I have water and don't drink enough water. And I try to drink. I just drink some water just now. I try to drink as much water as possible. So I try not to neglect to drink water because there's so many people that need water, but they don't buy drinks. I seen one family lady bought a 6-pack Coke or something. That I was like, oh, they not playing. They with the business. Because you have some of them think a lot different than the others. And let's shut this window. I told you how 1 minute is hot and the next minute is cold. I wanted to have my kittens, but they disturbing my show. Yeah, it's kind of chilly. It's time for me to put my jacket on. Time for me to put my jacket on. Goodness gracious. I have to put my jacket on. I'm just going to put it Sorry about that, y'all. I have to put my little jacket on, honey. I had to shut the window. It's June, honey. You got to turn the heat back on. I ain't never seen this. But yeah, there's a lot of braces. I got on a lot today. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And these women, they having these babies, and they take the babies right back after they're born. They go buy stuff, celebrate, and then go back to the same situation. It makes no sense. There's no logic. I see why they want to escape and get away from them nuts. You put your family in a place, but you can't put your wife in the spot? No, if I buy this piece, we all stand up in here. My mama, everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you got your mama and your daddy in there and your sister and her husband, how come her husband can't get a job and take her to put her in a place? How come he can't go out to the mountains and do the same thing? Why he get to stay there? He a man. He should be working, I would hope. And he might be working in the city. I can't say that. But you're going to take your wife and your little kids and stuff and have them live any kind of way? He dropped that lady off at a nice spot. I don't know if she was a cousin, an auntie, or whatever. The way this old man is, he was so happy to do for his family at his age, unless he was younger and got that place for them. What does that say? I hate them notifications. He seemed like the type that would have thought about his family first, but then you never know. He could have put them in there a long, long time ago when he was doing good. They might have knew him at the time he might have fell off and went all the way down to say, hey, you know. But why would you steal? It don't matter. Why would you take your wife and your kids out there to live outdoors in a cave while you letting your family, the daddy was sitting on the porch and the daddy don't look like he work at all. He don't even look like he retired. He look like he can't find a job and he's just struggling living off of his son. This was another guy. Because, so baby, they'll make sure that they aunties, they grandma, they mom, they daddy, all them has got a nice little spot. Got nice carpet, nice wall. And they don't show the inside of it, but some of the places on the outside is not as nice, but it's livable. Some are nicer. Then they go to these halls, these fancy halls. I said, man, these women going to have back trouble, allegedly, in their life. Sitting on the floor, squatting all the time, bending up. And they even teach the little children how to do it. You got all this money, buy some chairs. You getting YouTube money, get a bendable chair, one that they can pop back and lay back and relax. Not always doing something. And one guy, he was helping his wife. He was cooking. He was a good cook. But his brother and his wife were staying in. His brother looked like he had a little bit of like slowness or whatever. He was depending on his brother. So he just lay around, don't do nothing. assist with the baby, and the wife looked like she don't want him touching her baby. And her and his wife don't hardly talk. So she seemed like she's just miserable, like, you know, you got other people here, but you can't even provide to put me in the spot. So a lot of them women, that's why they be trying to get away. You can't put me in a place. And then some of them, you see them riding in the car, they happy and stuff, because they content.